Hi everybody, it's Ashley with Holistic Movements. We're going to do another quick at-home yoga session for you today. We're going to work on some standing poses today, working on chair and some warrior series, just to get some lower body strength and to kind of get us up and get moving. So let's go ahead and come onto our mat and get started. You're going to stand at the top of your mat for me, and I just want you to start with your feet about hip distance apart. And with your breath in through your nose, reach your arms out and up overhead. Let your hands come together at the top. And then keeping my palms together, I'm going to slide my hands down the center of my body, just pausing at my chest. We're going to do that twice more. So again, breathe in, take your arms out and up overhead, maybe lifting your chin and your gaze a little bit up. And then sliding your hands down right through the center to that kind of midpoint of your chest. One more time. Deep breath in through the nose, and then out through the nose. Now, from there, I'm going to lace my fingers together, and I'm going to push my hands away from me. And as I do that, I'm going to turn to the screen just for a second so you can see I'm kind of pushing the palms away. I want you to bend at your knees and kind of round through your back. So again, like we would in our cat position. And then I'm going to slowly come up to standing, and I want to lace my fingers, this time with my palms facing my body, my back of my hands reaching away, and I'm going to think of my cow. I'm going to kind of lift through my chest, shoulders go up and back, and then let's do that twice more. Lace the fingers, squat at the knees, round the back like you're in your cat position. Stand yourself back up, take your hands together, lace your fingers, open the chest by floating the shoulders actually up and then back. One more time. Lace the fingers, squat at the knees, round at the back, opening up between your shoulder blades, coming back to standing. Lace your fingers and open your chest. Now I'm going to let my hands drop down, shake them out a little bit. And like in our very first video, our very first week, I want you to take your hands, place them on your hips for me. And that little hip crease, right where our thigh kind of meets our torso, I'm going to place my fingers there so that as I bend my knees for chair pose, I can feel the hip joint bend. And I want to keep my tailbone reaching back, my chest up. And for now, I'm going to stay a little bit high in this first one, and I'm just going to extend my arms out in front of me. Breathe and stay for 3. Remember from our very first video, we talked about how the ankles need to bend. One more breath here, and then slowly stand yourself back up. Now I'm going to take a little step back just so I have some more room, but we're going to do 2 more like that, and each one we're going to try to get a little bit harder with it. So go ahead and bend the knees, bend the ankles and the hips again. This time I'm taking my tailbone even further back, and I'm going to let my arms extend out. And my body, if you can see, my torso is a little bit more parallel to the ground. I'm kind of almost lined up level with the ground underneath me here, and my arms are straight out kind of beside my ears. Stay and hold for 3. Stay and hold for 2. One more breath here, and then again, go ahead and just press into your feet and slowly come back up to standing. And then one more time for me. Place the hands at the fronts of your hips. I'm going to really try to feel those ankles bend. I'm going to send my hips back towards the wall behind me, asking my torso to lower down a little bit more to where I'm kind of parallel to the floor, and my arms extend out. Now, if you want to sink deeper into this posture, think about your ankles. Bend through the ankles, asking the knees to bend more. Let your body start to get, again, lower and more parallel to the floor. You're going to feel your legs working. We're going to hold and breathe for 3. Hold and breathe for 2. One more. And then drop your arms and slowly stand back up. Now coming back up towards the top of my mat a little bit more, I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to step it back into a lunge. And my back foot, I want it to kind of have a little bit of a 45-degree angle. It's kind of turning towards that front corner of the room. My front foot is angled directly in front of me, and if my hips had headlights, they want to shine forward. Bend into your front knee a little bit more, and then raise your arms up so that they're right beside your ears. This is our warrior 1. Now, like we worked on last week when we were doing some lunges, I want you to use your feet here. Push your feet into the ground to give you some suspension. And as my feet push down, I'm lifting up through my waistline. Now I'm going to turn my torso towards the right, and I want to drop my arms down for warrior 2, Peek at your back arm, make sure it's lined up with your shoulder, and then let your gaze come around towards that front arm. I always kind of use my middle fingernail as a way to kind of place my vision, just somewhere where I'm gonna stay nice and stable. And I'm trying to kind of turn my body towards the right, so I'm squared off to the right side. Now we're gonna do a little alternating movement here. We're gonna take our front forearm to our front thigh, and we're gonna reach that right arm kind of over at an angle, rotating our torso towards the right. And then I'm gonna take my hand on the right side towards my back leg, reaching my top arm up and over. This is your revolved warrior. We're gonna do that twice more. So I'm gonna float my upper body into that side angle position. I wanna be a long line from my top arm through that back heel. And then I'm gonna go back into that revolved warrior, reaching the front arm, in this case my left arm, up and back and over. One more time each way. You bring your front arm to the front leg, gently resting on your forearm. And then we slide ourselves back into that revolved warrior, reaching the top arm up and overhead. And then if it's available to you, I want you to kind of windmill your arms around to the floor. Bring them down, turning the back set of toes into parallel and stepping back into downward dog. Bending through your ankle, tipping up through your tailbone. I'm gonna walk my feet forward to meet my hands so that I'm in a standing forward fold. Let your upper body just become nice and relaxed, heavy over the front of the legs, but soft knees. And then again, I'm gonna find my feet pushing down into the floor and rolling myself back up. Now, I'm gonna turn to the opposite side of my mat. You don't need to do that, but I just want you to be able to see what I'm doing as I'm moving. This time our left leg is stepping back. So I'm gonna take my left leg and step it way back. I'm gonna bend into that front right knee. Now the back foot, remember it has a little bit of that 45-degree angle, but my hips are turning forward for warrior one. Raise those arms up beside your ears. Press your feet down into the floor. Lift up through the belly and breathe. Now when you're ready, drop the arms down as you turn your body to the left. So again, I'm kind of squaring off my shoulders and my hips to the left side. I'm peeking at my back arm, making sure it's in line with my shoulder. And then I'm going to bring my gaze around to the front hand. Make sure you're not locking your elbows or collapsing your wrists. Keep the elbows a little soft. So again, always thinking about where the body has suspension, where the body needs suspension. And then we're going to go into those little movements here, into side angle and into our revolved warrior. So starting with side angle, I'm going to put my front forearm on my front leg. My left arm comes up and kind of at a long 45-degree angle to my back heel. And then I'm going to float back and around into that revolved warrior, softly putting the hand on the back leg, reaching the front arm, in this case the right arm, up and over my head. We're going to do that twice more. Coming into side angle, lightly putting the forearm on your front leg, extending through that top left arm, and then back into your revolved warrior. Last time here for me. Front arm towards that front thigh, long arm on that top left side. Let your back hand come around and find the back leg, reaching up and over. And then if it's available to you, you're going to windmill around, coming down, and then stepping back into downward dog. If you need to get there another way, that's fine. Just find your way back into downward dog. And then let's slowly walk our feet forward. Staying in that forward fold, dropping your head. Take a nice slow inhale. Press into your feet. And this time as you roll up, circle your arms out and up overhead, bringing the palms together, and then slowly easing back down in front of the chest. And you guys are done for the day. You did a great job. Have a great week. We'll see you next time. Bye.